Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Tuesday, March the 17th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the local market is set to recover some of its recent losses, with ASX futures up around 0.75%, with the focus today on the Reserve Bank's interest rate decision. Well, it was a positive session to begin the week on global equity markets as oil prices receded, while Israel said it has detailed plans for at least 3 more weeks of war. Stocks on Wall Street rallied, fueled by gains in AI-related companies, while news that some ships have passed through the Strait of Hormuz without incident buoyed market sentiment, the SIBO Volatility Index easing. Meta shares jumped on reports that the social media platform plans to cut its workforce by at least 20% to offset costly AI infrastructure and prepare for greater efficiency brought about by AI-assisted workers. Nvidia also rose after Chief Executive Jensen Huang announced new components at the chipmaker's annual developer conference, saying the revenue opportunity for its AI chips may reach at least $1 trillion through to 2027. Taiwan's Foxconn, which makes AI servers using Nvidia chips, issued a strong quarterly revenue forecast. Tesla advanced after Chief Executive Elon Musk said the company's Terafab project to make AI chips will launch in 7 days. And Micron Technology shares surged after the memory chipmaker announced plans for a second manufacturing facility in Taiwan. And crypto stocks gained as Bitcoin hit a 5-week high. US allies have rejected President Trump's call to send warships to escort shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, prompting criticism from the US president, who accused Western partners of ingratitude. Germany, Spain, Italy and the UK said they had no immediate plans to send warships to help reopen the strategic waterway, with Australia and Japan also ruling out sending ships. Meanwhile, Israel says its military offensive against Iran will likely last for at least another 3 weeks as it targets ballistic missile infrastructure and nuclear facilities. And Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has said it will target US industrial facilities in the Middle East and has urged people living near the American sites to leave. Well, in other news, the European Union has said it's close to finalising a trade deal with Australia. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said in a letter to EU leaders that this will mark yet another milestone in diversifying Europe's international partnerships, and that the accord would enhance Europe's ability to shape global standards and ensure resilient supply chains. Well, US Treasuries have rebounded on improved risk appetite. The yield on the 10-year slid 6 basis points to 4.22%, the 2-year dipping to 3.67%. Australian 3-year government bond yields were close to 4.6%, while the 10-year rose to 5%. Markets are priced in a 70% chance the RBA cash rate will be hiked by 25 basis points to 4.1% at today's meeting. The US dollar index is down around 0.5%. The Aussie dollar has surged ahead of the RBA decision to 70.7 US cents. Well, oil prices have fallen as President Trump's calls for global efforts to secure the Strait of Hormuz, although the war in the Middle East has created the biggest oil supply disruption in history. Brent crude futures down 2.5% to close to $100 a barrel. Gold has come under further selling pressure on concerns that inflation stemming from the war could keep interest rates higher for longer. Spot gold at around $5,000 an ounce. Copper is up close to 1.5%. Iron ore at $110 a tonne. And Bitcoin has rallied above $74,000. Locally today, markets will be anticipating the Reserve Bank policy decision due at 2:30 Eastern. And on the corporate calendar, coal producer New Hope is expected to release its half-year results. That is your day ahead. We'll see you again tomorrow.